we're going to get into jealousy in this video. Jealousy is a super, super, super destructive emotion. No judgment here, but I want you guys to really understand the impact jealousy has. And as I was preparing for this video, something came in my mind and I was like, yeah, y'all got to know this. So I was thinking about how sometimes, and I have been here too, we can be jealous of things or someone or whatever, and it doesn't even really align with who we are, but we are jealous of the idea or the thought. Let me see if I can give you guys an example. Okay, let's say you're jealous of somebody's career or their life, right? And if you were to do some research and really find out what it takes to be whatever you're jealous of, you would realize that everything that entails is so against what you believe in. So now you're wasting that negative emotion because that's not even something that you want to be. And this is why it's so important to get to know yourself, because you'll see all the talents, the skills, abilities that you have, and really there's no need to be jealous, and you have to divorce from the idea that you need to be successful in a certain way, or you need to be successful in the way that you're jealous of. And so whether it's you want a certain amount of money, you know how many ways there is to make money. You know how many ways there is to be successful. And you're the one who's the driver of what you define to be successful. So check your jealousy. And when I checked my jealousy a long time ago, I'm like, okay, what is really happening here? And I would think that when somebody else is successful and making the money, that there wasn't enough for me. And I realized that that was rooted in scarcity, which of course, growing up with single parents and things of that nature, scarcity was my story. And therefore I thought if somebody else makes $10,000 a month or they make $1 million, there's only room for like $1 million. One family to have that spread out. But as I began to do research and really start understanding the economy and money, I was like, oh my gosh, I was watching this video on YouTube, and you can go check these videos out. They're very impactful. The School of Hard Knocks. And it was in one small little city in, I think, Texas or somewhere. Well, Texas ain't small, but maybe, whichever. Just go look at some of the videos. And it was saying like there's 20,000 millionaires in this area. I'm like, whoa, completely blew my mind, because I thought it was like 1 millionaire per city. This was my thinking way back then. So once I started seeing like, oh, that's scarcity mindset, and now I can choose a different narrative, I started doing that if that is what I'm supposed to do, it will happen. I just have to make sure that I'm addressing those stories that are making me feel like I can't, and doing the work that I need to clear space for me to be whatever it is I want to bring, whether it's a millionaire or if I just want to live comfortably and have the financial freedom that I determine. If I want to be successful, what does success look like to me? Because I've been shown what success looks like, and it doesn't feel good to me. But until I challenged it and started thinking, well, to me, that's not successful. Like, I could literally live off grid on a farm, and that would be success. That would be freedom for me, and I would be happy, but I've been shown money, and I've been shown corporate and going up the ladder and all of those things as success and happiness. But to me, that's just not it. So I checked my jealousy. And something else that I did too was, it was instead of being jealous of what people have, look at it as, this is the possibility that it can happen. Oh, this person travels and I want to travel. Well, if they can do it, so can I. And I'm not comparing. I'm literally using it as motivation or inspiration. So I'm going to be referencing the book by Ina Segal, The Secret Language of the Body. And I want to go over what jealousy is and her perspective and what it can do to your body. And at the end, I'll just kind of give you guys some questions to think about. And let's go. So as I stated, jealousy is an extremely destructive emotion that makes people watchful, guarded, and narrow-minded. It brings distrust, fear, and that someone you love is going to hurt you. That is a very stressful environment to be in, and I live there super guarded, watching my back, not feeling like I can trust. Now, I do have a trust story, so that also plays into some of the jealousy. So having to check my jealousy story, my trust story, all of that. On an emotional level, jealousy closes a person's heart and creates fear and tension in every part of their body, not just some, every part from head to toe. This is why it's so destructive. Let me put my book on my lap. Wanting something that someone else has is based on feeling an inferiority and lack. That's what I literally just said. And I didn't realize that it was just something that I think I also perceived, and also something that was probably shown to me and I didn't realize it. I, live with my grandparents, live with my dad, live with my mom, and just back and forth. I'm in religion. I'm going to schools that are predominantly white, where people had money, and I lived in like these rich areas. So, but not having that, and having like a single mom and a single dad, like, the money's tight and monies and all that other stuff. So I was really jealous of other people. So again, this also ties into money. So by harboring ill feelings towards the people of whom we are jealous, a jealous person is often controlling, self-sabotaging, and self-limiting. Usually jealousy keeps the individual stuck in a vicious cycle of resentment, suspicion, and distrust. That just made me so tired. to hear that. Oh my God. So on a physical level, jealousy and envy can contribute to stomach and digestive problems, heart attack, back pain, tumors, lung issues, and other conditions. Let me make sure that is it. So we see that jealousy is nothing to play with. And I forgot to state this in the beginning of the video, but I read it that, these emotions that we have, when we think that we ignore them, we don't want to admit that we're jealous because that just sounds like too judgmental, then we suppress it and try to push it away, but our body keeps score. And you can't fix anything you're not going to address. You don't have to announce to the world that you're jealous, but as soon as you begin to acknowledge it and figure out where your jealousy story started, you can fix it. So the question I have for you is, where did your jealousy story start? Did it come from scarcity? Sometimes it can be taught to us or embedded because our parents are always like, oh, you're jealous of them, you're jealous of their, peers can teach you, and you're always thinking that you're jealous. So now you have identified with that label and title, and you've just become a very jealous person. And the more that you look outward for what people have, you're neglecting who you are yourself. So this is super important. And last thing I want to say is once you watch my videos, I do talk about what seems to be a lot, but you'll get to start seeing a pattern, how a lot of these things connect. A lot of the stories, money stories, trust stories, doubt stories, fear stories, they all connect. It's like you have 6 major areas of your life where all of these kind of connect, and if you don't check them, they will literally take over your entire life. So I have some more emotions to go over. I think I've covered control so far, and I think I did another one, maybe rejection. I have to check, but again, check your jealousy. Do it without judgment so that you can actually get to the root of it, and then you have the choice and to make a decision to think something different. You don't have to be jealous. You can love what other people have and be like, man, that would be nice to have, but not to covet it, and to not, be evil eyeing people because you wish you had what they had. But how can you have something when you're not even putting the work in? You want it handed to you where they took the time and got it done. And even if you don't have the same education, you don't have the same looks, you still have talents. It's time to unpack who you truly are.